Don, do you have that photograph that Mariucci? I take some things from the game day morning text exchange. Mooch sent out this photograph of him and Kurt for the, I guess, 2017 Game Changers episode. The NFL Network, a show called Game Changers, where Mooch would have three prospects coming into the NFL draft and work them out and talk about the life and talk about the game. And there's Kurt, because these are the three quarterbacks that were going into the draft. You've got Brad Kaya of Miami, Davis Webb of Cal, and Texas Tech's Patrick Mahomes. Unfortunately, I believe only one of these youngsters from the Game Changers are changed the game.
Davis Webb?
And Mariucci accused in the text exchange Kurt Warner of trying to change Patrick Mahomes' throwing motion, and that's how I bring in my friend who's calling the game on Westwood One Radio, Kurt Warner. How are you, Kurt?
I am good, Rich. I am good. It's always great to hear how you're going to lead into me, and I always appreciate it. Always appreciate it.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like there's any appreciation in your voice right now, Kurt. Got to be honest. Don't think I'm centered for the appreciation.
Well, you never tell the whole story, and Mooch never tells the whole story, and I'm just here to kind of just take my shots, and I'll just move on.
No, it's okay. But so let's start with this one. When you did see Mahomes that day, and you did spend some time around him before Andy Reid traded up to go get him in the draft. What was your thoughts on Mahomes? Clearly, I don't think anybody saw his first 3 years as a starter, first 4 years in this league coming. But what did you see out of him that day, Kurt?
Well, I think you definitely saw the skill set. You definitely saw the talent level in his arm. Still to this day, I mean, the one thing that kind of would jump out at you, and especially for a guy like me that's all about technique because that's how I had to play the game, he was very unorthodox in how he threw the ball. And, some of the balance or the arm angles and some of those different things that I think always concern you about a quarterback because, a lot of guys, when they have those kind of deficiencies or their technique is a little bit off, it translates into not being very consistent or successful on a football field. But obviously we know that there's some guys that are different. Like, Aaron Rodgers, I would never take a young guy and say, hey, try to learn how to throw like Aaron Rodgers because he does it differently. I mean, there's times he's got both feet off the ground and he's making a 35-yard throw. Patrick Mahomes is very much in that mode, and that was the thing that you couldn't see at Game Changers when we're, throwing to spots or we're trying to do drills. You couldn't see everything else that comes into play when you're talking about Patrick Mahomes. So, saw the talent level. You saw the unorthodox nature of how he threw, and that was my biggest concern. And to your point, you were Mooch showing, he wanted to change his throwing motion a little bit. I would still like to take him and tighten some things up because I think if he did that, he would be even better. He would be even more consistent. But the bottom line is he's just one of those rare beasts that understand how to throw the ball from different platforms, has a unique ability to connect his mind to his body, and he overcomes so much of the stuff that most guys wouldn't normally be able to overcome.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.